What's up, everybody? Back for another Hawkeye Star Wars video, and with the newest banner about to release, obviously we've got to do a should you summon for the new character, right? We have 5-star Fugue, Tingyun, whatever you want to call her. Apparently, some people don't like that you call her Tingyun, but it's just that. I mean, look at her heart, bro. It's Tingyun. It's weird, you know. It's weird. I'm just used to calling her Tingyun, right? Anyway. 5-star fire nihility. Very, 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 very cool. This is going to be a very interesting character, right? I will give my thoughts on this character at the end, but of course, we obviously have to go through the kit and also talk about the light cone at the very end as well. So don't forget to like and subscribe, and let's jump into the video. So first things first, we have the revolutionary basic attack. Deals fire damage equal to 100% of Fugue's attack on one designated enemy. Literally game changing. Actually, just first of its kind, monumental. Anyway, the skill grants one designated ally Foxian Prayer, enters the torrid scorch state lasting for 3 turns. The duration reduces by 1 at the start of Fugue's every turn. Foxian Prayer only takes effect on the most recent target of her skill. The ally target with Foxian Prayer, aka the one you skilled, increases their break effect by 30%. It can also reduce toughness even when attacking enemies that don't have the corresponding weakness type, with the effect equivalent to 50% of the original toughness reduction value. This cannot stack with other toughness reduction effects that also ignore weakness. RIP Rappa. While in the torrid scorch state, Fugue enhances her basic attack. Every time an allied target with Foxing Prayer attacks, Fugue has a 100% base chance to reduce the attacking enemy's defense by 18%, lasting for 2 turns. Then, the enhanced basic attack becomes deals fire damage equal to 100% of her attack on one designated enemy, and fire damage equal to 50% of her attack on adjacent targets. Then, her ultimate deals fire damage equal to 200% of her attack to all enemies. This attack ignores weakness type to reduce all enemies' toughness, and when breaking weakness triggers the fire weakness break effect. Her talent, while Fugue is on the field, enemy targets will get additionally affected with Cloud Flame Luster, equal to 40% of their max toughness. When the initial toughness is reduced to 0, Cloud Flame Luster can further be reduced. With Cloud Flame Luster is reduced to 0, the enemy will receive weakness break damage again. While Fugue is on the field, after allies attack weakness broken enemy targets, converts the toughness reduction of this attack into one instance of 100% super break damage. Pretty much what this means is they have a second weakness break bar, and you can break that one for some increased weakness break damage. I'm sure you guys have seen it on previous MOCs. I think it was 2 MOCs ago we had that buff. I could be mistaken, could be the last one, but I believe it was two ago where we had this for like an MOC buff. It's pretty much just in her kit. Next thing up, we have her technique. After using technique, inflicts daze on enemies within a certain area, lasts for 10 seconds. While dazed enemies will not actively attack allied targets. After entering battle via attacking enemies that are dazed, Fugue's action advances by 40%, with a 100% base chance to inflict each enemy target with the same defense reduction state as applied by her skill, lasting for 2 turns. This is nice because this means that if you use her with the break units, mostly Firefly and Rappa, then you're able to daze switch into Firefly or Rappa and then attack with them and really just go from there, right? It does suck when you have a character who has an attacking technique with another character who has an attacking technique, because then it's like, okay, well, you have to choose one, right? Very annoying. Then her bonus traces are: when an enemy target's weakness gets broken, increases teammates, excluding this unit's break effect by 6%. If Fugue's break effect is 220 or higher, the break effect increases is boosted by 12% and lasts for 2 turns. This effect can stack up to 2 times, giving you 24% break effect. Very nice. Increases unit's break effect by 30% after using skill for the first time, immediately recover 1 skill point. This is going to help you hit that 220% break effect threshold. And the last is after allied targets break weakness, additionally delays the action of the enemy target by 15%. Pretty much just makes them able to get hit with super break more often, right? The bonus traces for good old Fugue is 14% speed, 14 speed, 24% break effect, and 10% HP. Very nice. You want speed, you want break effect, and then HP for some more survivability. Now, I don't recommend going for dupes most of the time. Let's go over her dupes. Anyway, of course, you know, part of the kit. E1, ally target with Foxing Pair increases their weakness break efficiency by 50%. Pretty much what this does is makes it to where they will universally break their weakness at full power. Kind of giving you like Acheron ult, Fei Zhao ult, Rappa ult, where you can just attack into anybody and be fine and be chilling. This is a pretty strong dupe, I'm not gonna lie. If you're a huge Super Break fan, I can see a lot of people going for E1, especially because one issue with Super Break is, well, Firefly implants and Rappa does it regardless, right? Having 100% break, like be able to reduce toughness no matter what, is very, very nice. This will be very strong on Rappa teams. I believe this will also be very strong with Boot Hill teams, especially Boot Hill teams. Oh my lord, I can just imagine him shredding through people. Very, very strong dude. Anyway, E2. When an enemy target's weakness gets broken, Fugue generates 3 energy, and after his ultimate advances the action of all allies by 24%. This is literally just DDD. This is DDD in a ult. That's pretty cool, right? Then E4 is ally target with Foxy Prayer increases the break damage up by 20%, and the E6 increases her weakness break efficiency by 50%. When Fugue is in the towards Scorch state, Foxy Prayer takes effect on all allies. That's just busted. That's just insane. That's actually such a crazy buff for the break team. Overall, I say the best dupes are easily E1 and E2. Wow, shocker! It's almost like the best dupes are always E1 and E2, and then they make E6 like absolutely broken. But it's behind like not 3 useless dupes, but 3 dupes that are just like okay, I guess, you know. So there's no real point unless you're just gunning for the full-on E6. I'd say. E2 is really strong with the DDD. I'm trying to think. I would probably just stick to E1 if you're going for dupes, just because that one is just overall easier to get. But E2 is still very, very good overall. But overall, Tingyun is pretty much going to be stuck on Super Break teams, right? You can take advantage of this defense lowering on like Acheron teams or maybe even like ratio teams, characters who want debuffs applied. But I mean, you can really just use payload at that point, really. Now, an issue with Fugue, right, is the only other Super Break unit is the Harmony MC. Now, with the new Remembrance MC coming out, you can no longer use them together, meaning if you want to try the new Remembrance MC, and the Remembrance MC is really good for certain teams, let's just say, right, for sake of the argument, Herda and RMC are like insane together, you must run them, right? Now, if you're trying to run the Super Break team, you can no longer run it with the Super Break Enabler, the Army MC, because you're using them for the Herda team with with the Remembrance MC. I said Ruin MC. So now you are locked behind not being able to use a Super Break team because your MC is being used. Hence, Tingyun. Tingyun is still a very good character. I'd say she's still better than the Harmony MC, not by like a huge amount. You know, it's not going to be like this whole game changing thing. She is going to be boosting certain characters better than others, mostly those like Firefly and Boot Hill. Rappa can still kind of use her thing, but it kind of gets overridden because you can't use them at both at the same time. If you could do this and Rappa got 100%, that would be kind of crazy. I'm not saying that Rappa's going to be terrible with her, but it does suck that this doesn't stack. Firefly will also take advantage of Tingyun because you can, even though the ultimate is just whatever, it doesn't matter. Firefly implanting fire weakness will help with the enhanced basic attack that you'll have. But other than that, it's really just the break units. Boot Hill, Firefly, Rappa, very, very good character. But it's mostly the appeal of being able to use the other MC forms. At the moment, right now, none of them are really worth switching off the Harmony MC until Remembrance comes out. I'm sure Remembrance MC is probably going to have a broken mechanic as well. I have a feeling they're going to use the MC to sort of test new mechanics and whatnot, and then sell you that mechanic on a new character. As they're like, hey, we're gonna drop a what's another one? An Iridation MC that has like this crazy new buff, and you're like, oh well, I want to use the Remembrance MC. I have to summon for, you know, insert character. You know, it looks like, you know, not the greatest, but nothing is stopping you from just not using Remembrance MC as long as they aren't crucial for a certain team and just stick to Harmony MC. You could do that, but do keep in mind it's going to be a little weird team building if RMC happens to be a staple on certain teams, and then you just are stuck not being able to run two teams, especially if the two teams you end up building are RMC and HMC's teams, and then you're screwed. You have to nerf one of them. Other than that, Tingyun is still a very, very strong character and definitely a pickup if you are a super break main. But let's go over the light cone really quickly. This light cone is increase the wearer's break effect by 60%. When an enemy target's weakness gets broken, there's a 100% chance to inflict the charming state, which increases its break damage taken by 18%, lasting for 2 turns. This effect can stack up to 2 times, meaning you will get a 36% increase in break damage given. Well, the enemy will have it taken, but you know what I mean, right? Overall, this light cone is kind of a stat stick and then a damage upgrade, but it doesn't really do anything game changing or completely fixes Tingyun's kit. So overall, I feel like you could safely skip it and just run Pearls, the Luca light cone, and call it a day. Just get more defense shred. Now, if this gave her like I don't know, weakness break efficiency or skill points or more, break effect for the team, maybe it would be a bit better, but it's pretty generic. I'm not saying it's awful or bad or don't go for it, but me personally, even though I do spend, I'd probably just wouldn't get it. Now, I am personally skipping Fugue myself just because I do want to save for Herta and Aglia because they're coming up, very, very cool characters, and I don't mind not running HMC and RMC at the same time if I'm gonna obviously do that. Probably will pick her up on the rerun though. It does suck because I am a huge fan of Rappa, but it's just, if I could win a 50-50 every now and again, maybe I'd go for more characters, but I'm not trying to break the wallet because I know I'm gonna lose 50-50, and then next thing you know, I'm losing 50-50 on Herta, and next thing you know, trying to get at least one copy of a character costs like multiple hundreds. I'm good, bro. I'll just take the L and not get her. But like I said, if you are a Super Break fan and you main Super Break, I highly recommend getting Fugue. Very, very strong character. Will help you out a ton. Now, I will say we are probably going to be moving away from break meta, so if your Firefly isn't instantly clearing everything anymore, that's to be expected. Do keep that in mind with summoning. If you don't have the whole team ready, maybe think about steering away, unless you can guarantee yourself Tingyun and Firefly to just have your Super Break team ready. By the time those characters come around again, it'll probably be pushing the meta away and they won't be as strong. I'm not saying they're going to be unrunnable, but it'll pretty much be like, okay, do you want this old toy that works okay, or do you want the shiny new Remembrance toy instead? Most people are probably just going to be like, oh, shiny new toy, Remembrance, right? So I just want to keep that in mind while summoning. But that'll be it for the video. I'll have a should you summon for Firefly coming up in the next couple of days. But let me know in the comments if you're summoning for Fugue, or if you're skipping, you're going for her and her light cone. If you're going for just her light cone, which is kind of weird, I'm not gonna lie. If you're going for Firefly first, you're going for Firefly after, you're skipping both, let me know in the comments. And of course, I will catch y'all in the next video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see y'all later.